So this video is to explain all about the Momentum Club that I run in Southern Nepal and also about our Momentum Scholarship Programme. If you have not seen my previous video that explains my connection to Lalgadh Leprosy Hospital, please watch it here. So I went back to Lalgadh Leprosy Hospital in 2017 when my husband was away on a 9-month deployment. And spent 3 months volunteering there, helping them put together some better digital marketing to promote the charity that runs and funds a lot of the work at Lalgadh Leprosy Hospital. And in that time, I got exposure and going out into the field and really seeing and understanding the conditions that some of these families live in who are impacted by leprosy. Leprosy comes with a big social stigma. Where you are often rejected by your family, your village, your local area, and sometimes people end up with literally nobody and nothing in their life. And it's a very, very harsh life. And I wanted to see if there was a way that I could help in terms of supporting women who are being negatively impacted by leprosy. And when I say negatively impacted, I mean either they or their husband or their children had contracted leprosy, because if you contract leprosy, your immediate family also becomes stigmatized. It's not just you as an individual often. And so together with Lolita, who runs a big chunk of the outreach program at Lalgadh Leprosy Hospital, we came up with this idea to provide a fund to support women who have been marginalized, some of them by leprosy, some of them just by life choices and life situations, with very small microcredit loans so that they could start a small business and help them break this vicious cycle of poverty and raise them and their families and hopefully their communities out of what I can only describe as medieval conditions. So Lisa and I came up with this idea. We would offer £30 as a loan to these ladies, and we would provide, or Lolita would provide from the hospital, some social support, some business support, some women's rights support, some women's health support. And we would really try and elevate these ladies and enable them to build self-confidence, to build businesses, and to build a better future for themselves and their families. And that is just what has happened. So that was in 2017. We had the idea. We actually started the project eventually in 2019 after we got some funds together, put a structure in place, kind of threshed out how we were actually going to run and manage these projects. And so the scheme has been running since then. We are now at 5 villages, which doesn't sound a lot, but it's 126 women who are being supported by what we now call the Momentum Club, in terms of helping them with these microcredit loans to elevate themselves and their families out of poverty. And it is working a treat. Darren and I have just come back from a visit to Lalgadh, and we have seen with our own eyes the extraordinary impact that this very, very simple scheme is having. So these ladies who are living in what I can only describe as medieval conditions, so basically a single mud room, usually 7 to 8 people living in that space, cooking in that space, sleeping in that space, children trying to do homework in that space, just abject poverty. They're struggling to eat. Often they don't have a meal 2 days running. They've got very, very little in the way of income, no running water, often no electricity. And that was the sort of starting point for a lot of these families. They were in struggle, they were in survival mode and not able to be collaborative with their neighbours because they were just trying to survive day to day. What we've seen as a result of introducing the Momentum Club and these small pots of money to support each of these villages is just extraordinary. The transformation that's happened in the first 3 villages that we started has been immense. So these ladies have now got self-confidence, they've got self-worth, they are generating their own income, their own revenue into their lives to support themselves. They're not reliant on their husbands. We've seen a huge decline in domestic violence, a huge decline in alcohol consumption, and a huge increase in the number of the children from these villages, very deprived villages, who are now going to school. The local schools are not great, the government schools, because often the government doesn't pay the teachers, and so the teachers don't turn up. And so on top of the Momentum Club, what we've also done is introduce a Momentum Scholarship, where some amazing, kind, generous people in my world, my clients, members, family, friends, have put their hands in their pockets and come up with £200 a year to support some of the children who we felt would thrive if we could get them into good quality permanent education. And so we've now got 16 children who are attending school on a regular basis, sitting exams, doing work they would never have done before this project was initiated. And so it's not just the mums now who are elevating the family, the children are also now seeing that there is a better future for them and their family and their next generation coming through as well, which is just fantastic. So on top of all that, because these ladies have got renewed confidence, they are now engaging with their wider community, but they are also engaging with themselves. So in terms of their wider community, they've now got the confidence to go to their local government office and campaign and advocate for themselves. These are women who were completely ignored before. Many of them don't even have registered birth dates. Many of them were never registered to vote. All of them, I think, at the start had no property rights or rights to the land that their houses were built on. Most of them, I say, were living in these dreadful medieval conditions. And what we've seen is this transformation where now they're advocating for themselves. One of our group leaders has been actually voted onto her local council. This is just extraordinary, and is now really advocating for women in sort of deprived situations. And then also in another village, these women have advocated for themselves in terms of getting a road improved. So they have a sort of a dirt road going to the village, but they were struggling to get their products out to market because in the monsoon there's a very steep hill and it was just impassable. And so they lobbied their local government and they have now put in a concrete roadway. Their government provided the materials and the ladies actually built the road, which is just extraordinary. The ladies and their husbands built the road. In one of the other groups, the ladies really went and advocated for themselves in terms of wanting better living conditions. They live in these really, I keep saying it, but it is just very poor, squalid conditions. And so they were able to go and advocate for the poorest of the poor in their group. And now 11 of those ladies' families have got a concrete house. They are no longer living in a situation where they're in a mud hut with no running water and no electricity. Most of them still don't have running water. Most of them have no kind of sanitation at all in their house. But they do now have electricity. So they have a light bulb. So the children can at least do homework in an evening. They can socialise a little bit more. And the other extraordinary thing that we're seeing is whereas before the women were just surviving, they were just kind of working for themselves. They weren't being collaborative. They weren't self-supporting each other. They were all just kind of in it for themselves. They now have developed a really close bond, these ladies, and they are looking out for each other and they're supporting each other in terms of welfare and health and mental health and food and nutrition and sharing sort of labor, manpower, women power, all that sort of stuff is now being seen as a shared resource rather than just being kind of kept for your family, because all you had to do was kind of keep your family alive. Now they're being much more collaborative, we're seeing much more working together, and that in itself is raising the whole community for the ladies, their families, but also the community around them, which is just extraordinary. So to anybody watching this video who has helped, I just want to say an enormous thank you. Every single penny that you have donated to this cause is absolutely having the impact that we hoped it would have. And the more money we can collect, the more women and families and communities we can improve and help and support for the long term to break this cycle of poverty and get the next generation being more aspirational and thinking and dreaming about being doctors and nurses and teachers and policemen and military. All of those things the children are now talking about, which before they would never have dreamt of talking about. And so we really are raising the aspirations of the next generation as well, which is just fantastic. if you are interested in making a donation to help this project to move further forward, as I say, we make £30 loans. The ladies pay it back at a very low interest rate. We get 100% repayment, so the money goes back out to somebody else. But we need to expand the project. We need to go into more villages. And so if you have got £30 to spend, or to spare, I should say, use the link in the description below this video to go to our Just Giving page, where you can donate to the Momentum Club and help support more women, support themselves, their families, and their communities to break this horrible, horrible cycle of poverty, ill health, and just living in the most awful conditions. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. And as I say, if you are interested in making even a £5 donation, it would go a very, very long way in these kind of places. So please use the link in the description below to make a donation. I and the ladies and their whole communities would be very, very grateful. Thank you.